Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor or supporters link on our website at intotheblaze.com, with over 180 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
You're locked in to the hottest station on the
planet. Hey, everybody. It is A006, and I'm here with my awesome partner in crime, Mr. 50 Shades of Ghey, for another episode of After the Blaze. How are you doing, 50?
I am well. I am living and loving life right now, so I can't ask for anything else, you know? I mean, I could, but I won't.
Hey, girl, you don't want nothing? Because I want a lot of shit. I asked 50 to buy me a pony. You know, for you guys who are out there, y'all don't know our personal relationship. I asked him for a pony. He told me no. And then I asked Kwame and his husband and things to buy me a whole bunch of stuff, and they were just like, nah, bitch, we can't do that. And then I talked to Miss Free, and I was like, girl, I want some 40-inch weave like Nicki Minaj, and that bitch just hung up in my face. So there are a lot of things that I want.
So wait a minute, don't you
can't get them.
Alternative facts?
All of these alternative facts, but guess what? like Tammy from Blaze, the Blaze, I'm gonna lose my job if I don't be quiet because Kwame's gonna fire me. So we're gonna move it right along into the show, and we're going to talk about Trump care being trumped because Trump is a Trump centennial. I mean, I was so happy to see him fall on his face with his first bill that I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do. Please, put in your thoughts.
I agree with Free from their episode. Like, how the fuck is Trump, what is it called, Trump care? That shit isn't going to do anything for us.
It's not.
Bitch, because we don't have enough coin to, provide ourselves with that insurance. It's like Free said, the only thing it's going to get us is a fucking Band-Aid.
Right.
And for him to even expect it to, come to fruition, I'm just like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, we know that this shit is not going to directly benefit us. So I'm glad that shit hit the motherfucking fan. Like, I'm glad it didn't. I can't. Like, I hate that man so much. I hate him. I don't think there is a word in the fucking Webster's dictionary that can describe how much I hate him.
Actually, there is. Miss Free coined it. It's called Cheeto. And that's what I'm...
Ooh, and I don't like Cheetos.
See, and nobody likes Cheetos no more. I think that even when we were little, when our parents used to force cheese puffs down our throat because they were the easiest chip to have, I think that's what killed it for us. So, Trump is a Cheeto and will forever be a Cheeto. And that's what I'm calling him. He's a Cheeto.
I'm glad he failed for once in a lifetime.
Yes, all day and tomorrow. But let's talk about, and this was in the shout out section, and I loved this shout out because, Black girls rock and everything. Navy Abu Basura, I was still, struggling with the pronunciation of her name as well, just like Miss Free. I wasn't really sure how to pronounce it, and when I looked it up and tried to read it, this is the closest I could get. So please don't butcher me, After the Blaze listeners, all three of you. Well, 3.5, because somebody just clicked off of the podcast because I said her name wrong. Please don't butcher me, but she is the first Black neurosurgeon at the John Hopkins or Lindsay Hopkins hospital. And I am just really, 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 really excited about this. First of all, the fact that it's a woman just sends me above and through the roof, and my feminism radar is going, beep, 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 above and beyond. Like, I'm super, super excited about that. How did you feel, first of all, about her being Black? Just number one, how do you feel about us having our own Black neurosurgeon? And then I believe that she's fairly young as well.
Anytime that individuals who look like us make advancements like that, advancements that they, and I hope everybody understands who I'm speaking about when I use they, advancements that they expect us not to be able to make, it always warms my heart, whether it's you becoming the first neurosurgeon or you becoming the first person to open up a motherfucking weed dispensary. You made history. And for that, I mean, you deserve all of the praises. So I'm extremely ecstatic about that advancement.
I figured you would be. I'm all about, just Black people displaying intelligence. And no matter what form that it comes in, I'm just all about us just kind of living in that truth and being just as smart as we can be in our Blackness and letting our melanin take the fuck over. So I'm like Kwame, I'm like Kwame said in the show, I'm all for Black people doing good. So bitch, yes, two snaps for them on this. So before I let 50 go ahead and lead us into our next topic, I have to say that this week's reason to put Kwame and Free in the corner is that
oh Lord,
this is shade. This is shade though, and I'm prepared to take shade and my pay cut. I really am. I'm prepared to take my shade. I lost topic from laughing at y'all so much. So in the middle of my notes, I spilled water all over my pages and whatnot. And that's no excuse for the fact that I didn't rewrite anything down. But you bitches need to stop being so funny. I need more political stuff. So y'all get in the corner because I waste my water on my notes, and I was too lazy to rewrite them. That's why y'all are in the corner for my own laziness. And I'm nope, I'm not. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I waste water on my notes. And so you guys have to get in the corner because you were funny as fuck last episode. And I missed y'all because y'all, I had things going on last week, so Free had to take over, but you guys were hilarious. So the corner, because you guys made me waste water. Thank you very much.
So the next topic, my husband, Colin Kaepernick, announces that he will be flying care packages to Somalia to feed the famished. Kwame, let me let you know something. We are going to have to fight over Mr. Kaepernick because I am going to be Brandon Kaepernick in the next few years. But I'm just, again, that's another advancement that makes me proud. It's another advancement that makes me proud because it's something that he did not have to do. It's something that he did out of the kindness of his heart. So, with that, he deserves all the praises. So what do you think about that initiative, Hope?
You see, first of all, I agree with both Free and Kwame when they say I was on the fence with Mr. Kaepernick. I wasn't loving him for a minute. We were very much so in a separated kind of divorce almost situation. I was splitting down the middle. The fact that he was going to get that mangy ass dog that I don't like anyway, and he was on the couch. And then he pulls shit like this, and I'm just like, I can't be mad at you because you're so fine. And then you be doing philanthropic shit. But I couldn't even right. See, because he's so fine, I can't even enunciate my words properly. But, he really, I honestly think that he's a misunderstood Black man. I think a lot of his stuff is just kind of, they come out of these weird places, but his heart is in a good spot. So, like for me, Kwame, for a minute, I was kind of like, don't touch me. Like, I'm not gonna sit on you. I'm not like I'm like Free. I wasn't ready to sit on his lap, but I was definitely I was ready to make him a grilled cheese sandwich. He could have had a grilled cheese. I was all about that.
Yeah.
He was backing my grilled cheese good graces,
Yes, I am.
He was definitely backing my good graces as far as the grilled cheese went. So
can we talk about Miss Nene Leakes and Kim Zolciak being in deep negotiation? Well, they're in deep negotiation about returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta, right?
I don't give a shit. You see, I think that what this is going to be is that this is going to be me and Free agreeing. This is going to be the boys versus the girls because I don't give a shit about those goddamn housewives. Like, to be perfectly honest, I don't think, first of all, I never watched a full season with Kim Zolciak on it. And
Mhm.
I don't think I got into it until I think Nene Leakes' last season on the
Mhm.
show. And the
Mhm.
only time that I watched it was when I went back home to Miami and my aunt was like tuned in and she could keep me abreast of it. But I will say
Mhm.
this, just from looking at social media and seeing what my friends say about it, I know that this is probably something that definitely needs to happen because the show ain't shit without Nene, as according to, social media. Now, Kim Zolciak, bitch, every time she tries to come back, the show flops, does a belly flop, belly roll through 6,000 Shark Tanks, and nobody watches. So I'm not sure why they continue to keep trying to revive her career. But I think that Nene, yes, I think Nene should be in negotiation for bringing all of her extra queenness right on back to the show with her newly found lace front, people. But I'm fan of Kim coming and kind of ruining things again for herself, just for herself.
And honestly, like I'm an advocate for Nene coming back to the show because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I wholeheartedly believe that Nene brought the meat to the show. Like I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta religiously
Mm-hmm.
whenever Nene was on there, but after
Yeah.
Nene left, it went to shit. Now Kim Zolciak, I could care less about that monkey with the wig because she brought nothing. She brought absolutely nothing to the franchise, and I'm just like, okay, if she doesn't, agree to, join Real Housewives of Atlanta again, I'm okay with that as long as my bitch Nene comes back. That's all that matters because I, though a lot of people will have a lot to say about Nene, she was on The Apprentice. A lot of people automatically assume that she's a Trump supporter and blah blah this and blah blah that. I live for her, and I wholeheartedly do not believe that she's a Trump supporter, even if she is. Hey, that's what you decide to do in your moments of darkness. But I live for the fact that Nene is on the bill to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
So do I. I agree. I agree with you on that one. I think that Nene brought something to the show, and I do think that in a lot of ways, Nene was Mama Nene to everybody on the show, including some of the girls that were close to her age. Not only did
Mm-hmm.
Nene bring us, that fire and desire, that queenly, yas factor that we all love, but Nene, first of all, Nene made the biggest change out of everybody. For her to be the most ratchet, for her to be the most ghetto, for her to be the one with the weirdest past, she was the only one that used that opportunity and capitalized to become a rich bitch, and I'm sorry, but I applaud anybody who can take 2 cents and $1,200,000 an episode as according to K Michelle, and turn that into millions of dollars. So
Right.
bring Nene back, bring back our little blonde headed lace front wearing bitch, and spare me the details on Miss Zolciak,
Keep that bitch where she at.
please.
Moving right along, Patrick Stewart, a star in, an actor in Star Trek. He is now smoking marijuana to treat his arthritis. Yes, ma'am, for the Mary Jane.
Yeah, bitch,
What do you think about that?
See, after the Blaze listeners, I think I'm the only person on the team that does not actively engage in the smoking of marijuana. Uh, so, so I'm just gonna say I hope that he don't fuck it up like RuPaul. Like I'm just gonna say I hope he don't fuck it up. I mean, I'm not against the smoking of marijuana. Like I said, I don't actively engage, but I have engaged. So I'm just not sure. But I mean, if his reasoning is where it's supposed to be at, some people that get high are the best bitches to be around, i.e., 50 over there and Kwame and Fred.
Oh, 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 I feel shaded.
I
That
wasn't
shade that
sure.
just cascaded across my room. But I'm
Just
I'm gonna say this. Like he's using it in a medicinal form, and I'm all for the legalization of marijuana. Because I mean, there's no scientific backing that marijuana alters your way of thinking, like the other alternative drugs like meth and shit, alcohol and shit like that. So if you want to reach out to marijuana, huh? What did you say?
Alcohol. Jack Daniels ain't never hurt nobody.
Child. Anyways, but if you want to go smoke a, if you want to go smoke a blunt to relieve your arthritis pain, then do that because I'm pretty sure you would be paying an astronomical amount for the medication that you have to take to for relief, as opposed to going out and buying you a dime sack or So I'm all for it. I support the marijuana. I support Mary Jane. That bitch. That I support it. They need to legalize it across all states, bitch.
Your love is just the same. Oh, feeling it. I love that song. The only time I've ever
Anyways, this is not a concert, Hope. Do that on your live feed tomorrow, okay?
Look here.
The next topic. Candy and Todd can't pay their pussy bill.
First of all, for who's pussy? Because both of them got one.
Ooh, now that's the motherfucking shade that's deeply rooted. You hit below the belt on that one. But we're not here to talk about that. I was watching the few episodes where they were getting the restaurants together and so on and so forth, and it was actually looking good. And it saddens my heart to know that, the contractors are providing them with past due balances. Like, y'all had the potential to be great in the restaurant industry. Right. And I'm like this, if you don't feel like you're financially prepared to handle all of the shit that y'all were trying to do in that restaurant, then you should have pushed that shit out to 2019. But I feel like the issue is Candy allowed her mother, what's her name, Mama Joyce, to have her hands in the pot. And I think they kind of like caused things to spiral out of control because from my understanding, I might be wrong, but in watching the show, Candy and Todd were going to rely on the older women of their family to release recipes and do some of the cooking in the restaurant. Mm-hmm. And every time I watched an episode, Mama Joyce had her ugly, nappy wig having ass up in the construction zone. So Candy just needs to leave Mama Joyce at home sometimes because that Mama Joyce is a big influencer for Candy, and that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I don't know why Candy allows Mama Joyce to grab her by the uterus every season. Okay,
every season.
I'm not sure what is going on, what kind of mommy dearest relationship that is, but Candy really needs to back up out of that. If it's not her relationship with Todd, I feel like Mama Joyce has been micromanaged in that life, since it popped out of her vagina. And at this point, Candy is a grown-ass woman. Not only is she supporting her family, but she's supporting Mama Joyce. And I think that at some point, you have to be able to put your foot down, Candy, and say, Mama, I got this.
Exactly.
And it's not going, Candy is not going to truly be free. And I hate for this to sound like one of those cliche moments, but she's not going to be able to truly be free until she gets her shit together and puts her mama in her place. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I agree.
I definitely agree. I think they would be really star-stellar couple in the restaurant business so long as Candy learns to put people in their place. But we shall see how that cookie unfolds.
Right. Next topic. I found this topic to be very interesting. Taraji P. Henson and Nia Long allegedly beefing because Nia has been being a bitch on the set of Empire. So, Kwame, I did my research, and allegedly Taraji jokingly asked Nia if she was on her period after she went off on the production team. That's what the sources say set off the feud between the two. What do you think about that feud, Hope?
If I was Nia, I would leave it alone. Because what she don't want baby boy to do.
Right.
What she don't want baby boy to do is mistake her for Peanut and mollywop her ass across that set. That's what she does not want baby boy to do. But, right. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I have heard nothing but mixed emotions about these two women on personal levels. You know, I hear a lot of there's always this back and forth as far as whether Taraji is nice or not, or like Nia Long has had a couple of incidences where people have said that she's a stone cold bitch to work with. So I think what it is that you put two women who think that they're the shit in one space. The only problem is this time one of those women is the star, and the other woman needs to kind of sit back and fall in line and get with the fact that some shit is just not to be taken seriously, especially when you are not the star of the show.
Right.
And that's just how I think that this one should work. I honestly feel like Nia should take this one on the chin, be like, girl, you know what, I wasn't on my period, but I didn't appreciate that joke, and keep it moving. You know, sometimes in life, you just got to be like, you know what, that wasn't as funny as you meant for it to be, but I know you meant for it to be funny, so I'm going to let it slide. And then kind of keep it, like as adults, anybody got time to be in a 4-month-long feud with you about one comment that you made, you know, up 10 years, like that shit is so dumb. But as a woman, I can tell you, baby, it's gonna be a minute before it's over. So God bless the Empire.
I'm gonna have to side with Kwame with regard to him saying that Taraji. The reason why Taraji is probably acting out like this is because she holds the cast and everyone involved with Empire. She holds it near and dear to her heart. And I don't fault her for putting Nia in her place. Like, I would have put that bitch in her place, too. Like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you need to calm the fuck down. Now, provided, Taraji, if that is what she said to Nia in a joking manner, she probably could have handled it a little lightly. But even still, I do not fault Taraji for, you know, standing up for the show in which she's, you know, the star in. I don't fault her for that. I feel like she should have done it because Nia should never be allowed to place the production team or anyone involved or anyone around in that, you know, compromising position.
Right.
So I agree with Kwame in his stance.
I'm definitely going to agree with you and say that too, because when Kwame said that, I was like, you know what? That's what it is. You fucking with Mama Bear in her territory. And you know, you poke the bear, bitch, and eventually that motherfucker wakes up from hibernation and slices your face open because you just. So I definitely agree. I think that I'm hit the nail on the head with that. There's only so much that you're going to be able to come into my space and do, and one of those things is not make us uncomfortable. So yeah,
exactly. So the next topic, I think you'll have a lot to say about it.
Okay. All right.
Your best friend, Caitlyn Jenner, is allegedly joining the Real Housewives franchise. I don't know of what, but she's allegedly joining the Real Housewives franchise. What do you think about that, Miss Hope?
Bitch, somebody drop a house on this bitch, please. Like
the house that all the housewives live in, drop that house on that.
Please, like don't let this bitch enter it. Just drop a house on that hoe. Please, like somebody drop a house on this bitch, and I'm gonna need Dorothy and Toto to not even show up. Like I don't even I don't want Oz to happen. I don't want this bitch to get no vengeance from her sister. I need the ruby slippers to be returned to their rightful owner before anybody even gets there, so that we don't get no glorifying story about this bitch. Caitlyn needs to, I'm going to agree with Free and Kwame when I say that Caitlyn needs to stay where she at and remain calm. I think she definitely needs to stay where she is, wherever her bubble is, wherever her comfort zone be at. She needs to remain there. Every time Caitlyn opens her mouth, she gets red for filth. And so I don't think that her having another TV show platform where she can open her mouth every week is going to do that much of a difference. Honestly, those housewives, if it's true, are going to rip her beyond shreds. That's number one. And then the show might get canceled because they are going to probably use some transphobic rhetoric or some shit like that. Who knows? And I don't want her to cancel a good-ass white woman's TV show T-Hour for me because they trying to get some views up with her Skeletor-looking ass. So It's better to just keep her away.
Right, and that's my thing. Like, I agree with you, Kwame, and Free. Like, I never lived for Bruce. And I know it's, kind of sort of disrespectful to refer. But anyway, Caitlyn is Bruce, Caitlyn, whoever that is. She's an exception. I never went up for her, and for them to tag her to become a part of the Real Housewives franchise, to me, it's like they are whatever particular show that is looking at, bringing her on. They're desperate for views. Like, I feel like she will bring absolutely nothing to the franchise. Hell, she doesn't even give me Real Housewives.
Right.
So, like, what the fuck are you trying to do? You're trying to bring relevance to that particular show? Like, I think if they bring Caitlyn on to whatever show they're looking, whichever aspect of the franchise they're trying to put her in, it's going to cause more damage than anything.
Yeah, they're going to realize sooner than later that she is not the girl.
Oh, she's not. She's not the it girl at all. By any means, nothing. She's not it. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. We're going to move right along to the next topic because I'm trying to remain politically correct.
Please.
So, the individuals who don't look like us travel to Cancun on some build a wall type bullshit.
First of all, bitch. First of all, okay. If nobody knows, right? If nobody fucking knows, I work at Mac, but I work at a Mac that's in an airport. And so, bitch, I can first-handedly tell you that these mofos that don't look like us, which I am so happy that we have held on to that rhetoric, bitch. But anyway, okay, these mofos that don't look like us, you guys, when I am ringing people up, we got to take their tickets and shit. At least 20,000 of these motherfuckers go to Cancun every single day. And y'all got the nerve to go to somebody else's shit and try to tell them what to do with that shit. I'm going to be like, Miss Freak, get your lily white ass back over here.
Exactly. I'm like, did all of these intelligent ass bitches not pay attention in geography? Like, do you not realize where you are, you stupid bitch?
Lord.
Now, if they would have lit their asses up, they would have been sitting somewhere crying for a remembrance and for people to act out in the acts that those individuals portray, because they're over there talking about they're over there on that build a wall type bullshit. Like, you can't come to my motherfucking territory trying to threaten me, bitch. Right. They should have fucked them up. And thought about the consequences later.
I would have been okay to see tape-ins and bad tans and dad shirts all over the border. Like, bitch, you got me fucked up. If you your ass is gonna come over here to bathe your skin in my motherfucking sun, and you gonna tell me to put up a bitch? Girl, boy.
It's a mess.
It is a hot mess, but that would have been the one time that I would have been super okay with racism at its finest. Because, bitch, had the Mexican mollywop they ass with an ear of corn, I would have gotten my whole life.
Not an ear of corn. But anyways, on to the next topic. Your girl, Tommy Lauren, gets suspended from the Blaze, not to be confused with Into the Blaze or After the Blaze or Blaze Entertainment. She was suspended for comments made on The View. So I did a little diving into this subject and found out that dumb blonde ass bitch was permanently banned, not suspended, but permanently banned. The only public statement that this stupid ass bitch has made was via Twitter. You know, she loves Twitter like everybody's president, Donald Trump. So the comment that she made on Twitter was, never do the envy, jealousy, and insecure stuff. Be the hustler, the well-wisher, the go-getter. Hashtag Team Tommy. So what do you think about this, Hope?
If somebody don't get Glinda the Horrible and make her sit the fuck down somewhere. But you know what? I think that Miss Muffet is gonna sit on her husband for all of 2 weeks before somebody snatches her back up. That's just my personal opinion. I think that Kwame and Free think that she's gone, and I cannot. Like she's like that bitch is like the little cockroach that could. Just when you think you done on it and crushed its little wings, that motherfucker sprouts a sixth leg or something from out of the back of its ass and makes its way under your refrigerator. And I think that Tommy is one of those people that's so controversial that somebody is going to pick her up just so that they can say that they've got her because they know that people are going to watch because she's controversial.
Right.
But I am, however, finally happy that somebody was like, no, this bitch is doing too much. And they removed her from the equation because I personally think that she's one of those people that is damaging to political views. She's one of those people that is damaging to social views. And it's very hard to be damaging to social views because it's opinion based. But when you go to attacking everybody and calling everybody, you know, like I was done with that bitch when she came for Formation video. Like I was so done with her. I've been done with Tammy. And so, you know, I'm gonna say because I'm all about people who speak their truth, I'm going to hope and pray that, you know, she bounced back. But that's about it. That's all the life I'm gonna give her. You know, that's all the life I'm gonna give her. I'm hoping that she ends up on like blogger.com with like a little, I don't know, something, maybe Blog Talk Radio will allow her to have a free subscription on the website where she can, you know, say whatever she got to say and do whatever she got to do. But
this is my thing. This is my thing with Becky with the good hair, also known as Tommy. She reminds me of Azalea Banks. It's like they get a thrill out of controversy. Even if they speak negatively on topics that they know absolutely nothing about, they are opposed to these different views just because for whatever reason they get this thrill out of the backlash that they get from speaking about the particular topics. And I feel like Tommy, she makes it a point to always insert herself into different topics and views that she doesn't necessarily relate to. And I'm just like, at some point, when do you shut the fuck up?
Never.
And I think that's her issue. She does not know when to shut the fuck up. Like, I understand that you were the host of this show and you have to have shit to talk about, but you need to sit down and, like Kwame says, you need to do research on the shit that you're talking about to make sure that you have a clear and concise understanding. And that sometimes controversy is nice, but if that's the root of what you're doing, then bitch, you need to rethink, your career. And at this point, I'm pretty sure that bitch is somewhere coloring her hair auburn brown, rethinking her career path because she fucked up. Her controversial being has caught up with her, and now she has to figure some shit out. Bitch is probably somewhere in an unemployment line filling out that long ass application.
Well, shit, her unemployment check's still longer than my regular check. So, like I said, more power to the bitch. You know, hopefully she learns what it means to hold hot sauce in your bag while eating a Popeyes meal. And she can bring herself right on back down to earth and realize that now you are not the untouchable Tammy. You are just a white bitch upset and mad about every fucking thing. I'm all about being, different and having your own voice and being the person on the opposition of everything. But girl,
Right.
every now and then you gotta be like, you know what? I like this. I agree with this. And every single
Right.
fucking episode, it was just like, no, because blah, 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 blah. And you guys
Right.
are on your blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, girl, do you not like anything or anybody? Like,
Exactly.
I'm surprised you're not a virgin. Like, I'm surprised you didn't try to fuck yourself with the man's penis and be like, no, because you're not doing this right. And my vulva is over here, and I need you to insert your thing here because this is my pleasure zone. Like, I'm just not. I'm not a fan of the fact that she's always on the opposition. But like I said, I'm a big advocate for people who just kind of speak their own truth, no matter the consequences behind it. So, like I said, hopefully she can bounce back. I do think that somebody is going to pick this little bitch up for the sake of controversy. But, outside of that, Tammy, I'm kind of happy I don't have to deal with.
Yeah, you don't renamed her.
What are we going to call her?
That bitch's name is Tommy. You called her Sandy Girl.
Oh, well.
She's a nobody, so, it really doesn't matter.
And look, child. First of all, there's something about girls with boys' names that just throw me off. I don't know. So, at any rate, unless we have anything else to kind of feature, I think we did good. I think we did good. I think we did good on time. I think we did good on reiteration. I think that we just did good as fuck. I think we did good as fuck, and we put people in corners.
And we did our research, Kwame.
And we did our Kwame. And 3, no alternative faculties this week's, okay? So without further ado, I want to invite you guys, okay? And please listen to me closely after the Blazers. When I say this right for the first in time, please go and visit www.entertheblaze.com, okay, to check out this podcast and our big sister show, Blaze Entertainment, and The Blaze. And we will definitely be back on next week to talk about more stuff and to reiterate the things that Kwame and Bree say, and to throw our own little twist and our spins on it, and to snatch your wigs, because that's what we like doing to you guys every week.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say except peace. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.